Hi, it's Liz here with Stampin' on the Rock. Today I'm going to share with you how to take an everyday card that you may have seen, maybe you've made, and take that design and turn it into a Christmas card. Because we don't always have to reinvent the wheel. The biggest question I get asked is where you get ideas and designs. Okay, we're going to take, I'm going to show you two cards, okay? These are the two cards I'm going to show you. I just did this for a class, for a simple card class. They are not Christmassy at all, but this is just two cards for everyday use. And I'm going to show you how we could just take this design and we're going to flip it into a Christmas card. So hang with me. Let's do this one first. All right. So if you have this card, someone gave it to you, you made it in a class or, whatever, you have this one. What we're going to do first, you're like, well, I don't know the measurements. This grid paper, Stampin' Up! Sells this grid paper. It doesn't have to be paper one that says paper pumpkin, but there are grid papers in the catalog. Check online. And the nice thing about the grid paper, first off, it just protects your table, obviously. But then there are measurements all the way around the edges. Okay, so if you're not sure the measurement, yes, you can grab a ruler, yardstick, whatever, but you can go right here. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm taking right here, I'm going to put this line right up against the edge. So this is a 1-inch strip. So I know that's 1 inches. Put that one along here, 5 inches. Okay, so I know it's 1 by 5. It kind of looks here like it's 6 different panels, but it's actually only 3. There's a strip across here, a cardstock strip across here that divides that up. So I know now that this piece of paper, I need to be 1 by 5 inches. Okay, so I grabbed some Christmassy paper, and let's see. So I have 3 pieces here that are 1 by 5 inches. And that paper is coming from the card pack called Season of Elegance. Pretty neat. So Season of Elegance is that paper. All right, so I have, so far, this is my card I'm copying. I have 3 pieces that are 1 by 5. All right, let's set those aside for a minute. We're going to get all of our pieces. I got something on here. All of our pieces. All right. So there's a thin strip across the center here. Well, let's do this one here first. So there's a base piece here that's underneath this layer, this coral layer here. That coral layer is going to end up being, it's just a 1/4 inch smaller than the base of your card. So that layer right there would end up being 4 by 5 1/4. 4 by 5 1/4. So I have that here. This is cherry cobbler. Okay. So I have the base. I have these 3 strips. I need the strip that goes across here in the same color. So that strip there, I can look at it and see it's about a 1/2 inch, but you could measure it, but it's going to go edge to edge. So it needs to be the same width as this one. So it's a 1/2 inch by 4. So I have that one here. Okay. And then you need a card base. My card base I went with is Mossy Meadow. And no, I don't think I said this is cherry cobbler. So I have Mossy Meadow. That's my card base. I've already scored it. And then I need something in the middle. So we're going to get to the something in the middle in a second. So let's just put this together for now and we'll get to that something in the middle. Okay. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and assemble this. Personally, I think it's better when you're doing something with spacing. I usually start with the edge pieces, the edge, doing the outside edge, and then do the center. So let's put this here. The nice thing with the liquid glue is you can kind of slide it around a little bit for, a few seconds before you put it down. So I think that's good. Let's do this one. And I'm just doing this as a Christmas, but you could do this anything. Take this design and just, you could turn it into, a Thanksgiving card, an Easter card, a birthday card, just using the design. Lay that one down. There we go. And we'll do this one. And we'll put that one then in the center. Okay. So there we go so far. Look at that. We've already changed it a little bit. And then we're going to take this thin strip that goes through the center. We're going to lay that down here, edge to edge. All right. And watch, if you use the liquid glue, watch how I'm doing this. You don't want to put it so close to your edges. If you get it close to the edge, it's going to ooze out. So I'm doing it about maybe a ½ inch from the edges, not at the edges. And then that's it. That's it. It doesn't have to be coated. It really will hold it. Okay, so that way you can see about how much glue I'm using. And we're going to put this down on the card base. Just going to press that in place for just a couple seconds. It dries pretty quickly, but not instantly. All right, we're going to set that aside. Now for that center. In the mini catalog, right now, there's these ephemera packs. These are great. We just used these in a class. There are cards and envelopes. There are labels. There are images, all sorts of images here. And then there are sentiments. They just pop out. They're not adhesive backed, but you can just put some either regular glue and do them flat. You can put dimensionals on the back and pop them up, but they just pop out. Okay, you're not cutting them, anything. They just pop out. And there's tons of them. There's tons of pieces. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to grab some ephemera pieces from these packs. You can get 1 pack of all these and you would make a ton of very, very, very simple Christmas cards. Yes, there's lots of choices. So sometimes people have a hard time making the choices of what to put together. But look at this. Look over here. And there's some samples right here. If you wanted to just copy from there, you can do that. The next page also has a ton of different designs right here that you could just copy right from there if that's what you're more comfortable with, and that's fine. That's why they're here. So you have tons of ideas. But I'm using these ephemera packs here. And let's see. Okay, here's one of the labels. Okay, again, this is my original card. So this is one of the labels. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. And let's see, I'm going to put the words. I chose a sentiment from that ephemera pack. And I'm going to put the dimensionals behind the label. Let's see. My dimensionals are right here. I'm going to take dimensionals. Put a few on the back here. This is a pretty large label, so let's put 3 of those on the back there. I'm going to put it on an angle. If you'd rather have it straight, go for it. Putting that here. Okay, so each of the labels, they have these little holes right here because you can turn them into tags if you want to have them on your packages or on a gift bag. So there's a little hole there that you can put a string through. I don't want to put a string through. I want to leave that there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out these Druzy adhesive backed embellishments. Druzy. That was a word I did not know. Druzy. All right. So I'm going to pull out a gold little embellishment here. Pick that up. We're going to put that right over that little hole because I don't want to pop that hole out. And there we go. I turned an everyday card into a Christmas card using the exact same design. All right, let's do one more. And I didn't even stamp on those. So, all right, let's take this one. Simple, everyday card. Thank you. Again, you go along on your grid paper and you can measure, get your measurements. I'm lining up the Designer Series paper here, so it's 2 inches. This one is 1 inch. And then it is 5 1/4. Okay, so we need 2 by 5 1/4 and 1 inch by 5 1/4. So I grabbed the paper, the Christmas paper called Snowy Scenes. And it has snowmen on it. The nice thing about this is it doesn't really even have to be just Christmassy. It's just snowy scenes. So it could be used all through winter. I mean, yes, there are some that are more Christmas, But then you just have some penguins and you have some plaid there. So it could be used all the way through till there's like a town, snowy scene in a town. Could be used all the way through probably till March. So again, that one is called Snowy Scenes. So I have my 2 pieces of Designer Series paper cut here. And this one, remember, was 2 inches by 5 1/4. This one is 1 inch by 5 1/4. I need my card base. So I have Pool Party here. It's already been scored. I'm going to fold that over. Let's see. There we go. And then I need something for that center in here. And again, I went to the ephemera packs. And I have this snowy scene, which works out perfectly. And I have a little Let It Snow sentiment. So we're going to take this. And again, remember, you don't want your liquid glue to be too close to the edges or you're going to have a mess. All right. I'm going to put that right here. And let's do this one. And we'll lay that down here. Okay. I'm going to take this center circle piece. I'm going to put this one flat. This is just a general thinking of you. How are things going? It could be, you could make it, just open it up and put happy birthday inside to it. There's always, we all have that one friend, and it might be you who loves winter and loves things snowing. So this could be just a fun, happy card. It's not necessarily Christmas, even though I said we're going to turn these into Christmas. It could just be winter. And we're going to take this and put this right along the bottom. Okay, and there we go. So I took this card design and made it into a wintry, possibly Christmas, but doesn't have to be, design. So those are the 2 cards for today. I just wanted to show you how you can just take a design you have and just change up the papers, change up your sentiment, and there you go. So hopefully that helps for you. Look through your stash of what you have and look for a design you like and then see how you can change it up. Thanks so much. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.